Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot. I'm so sorry that it has been a while since I put out a reading. I had a loved one pass away, and the eclipse energy, while it brought some new beginnings in my life, there were also some challenging things that occurred around the eclipse time. So anyway, I had to take some time to focus on my family and on my kids and, things like that, my clients, etc. So I'm here and I hope you're all doing well. So look at this. You have new home, new attitude that's already coming out. So, again, with the new beginnings coming in your life, you have money or property coming in through an inheritance. Okay, I can't seem to get it together here. It can just be money or property that are coming in for you. I don't know which one of these it was supposed to be that actually flipped. So there could be some forces working against you, especially if you're getting an inheritance. Like there could be some fights and stuff like that over it. But look at this. You have position of authority coming in your life. So interesting. I'm definitely seeing a lot of new beginnings, a lot of stepping into your power type of energy coming in. We do have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on the 20th this week in Taurus. So that can be unexpected blessings that are coming in your life. Definitely growth, new opportunities, expansion coming in your life with that energy. Uranus is the wild card, and so it's the, kind of energy that just comes out of the blue, like you're not even expecting it. And just suddenly you're just being course corrected towards a path in your life, which can be challenging. However, with Jupiter, I think it kind of softens things and makes it more in terms of abundance and that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get some tarot out for you. Yeah, you have the Five of Wands. I think that force is working against you card was the one that was supposed to come out. I really do. I'm going to move these up. Okay, let's put that there. Let's put that there. So you also have the Six of Pentacles. That's, balancing of finances, give and take, reciprocity, things like that. Four of Cups. Three of Wands. I'll get my usual cards out. I like to get 5 rows and then clarify with 2 different cards for each one of these. So I'll get those out and then I'll tell you what I see. Excuse me. So you have the Four of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Star, the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, Death card, the Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Lovely. Okay, well, I dig it. So far, I dig it. I really do. I think that, everything comes with its set of challenges, with like those 2 cards, like everything in life comes with its set of challenges to overcome. Sometimes it's the challenge is just stepping outside of your comfort zone, but so we have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Very interesting with the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You know what I kind of feel for you, Taurus? I feel like I was thinking about this today when I was in the shower. I was thinking about how when we, our future can be numerous different futures, right? We live in these parallel realities where if we make one decision, it takes us in one direction. If we make another decision, it takes us in another direction. And I feel like, largely what's happening for you with the energy that I'm seeing is that by the choices that you make, you are aligning with the destined path that's associated with that choice. If you choose differently, you are aligned with a different destined path. Okay, because to me, I was like, there's parallel realities like all the time, right? And so I mean, past, present, future, all of it exists at the same time. So to me, I feel like there is an important decision that you're going to be making, or that you have recently made, that is going to put you on this path, okay? For some of you, it is a decision to move to a new home. For some of you, it is a decision to, it says right here, money or property through inheritance, winning, or windfall. So it can be just a decision to move in a direction and, take action on an idea. So sorry. Or, something that you've been inspired about that is going to bring in a windfall. Or if you are, the type of person who plays the lottery, maybe it's the decision to do that. But that's not going to be for everybody, because it is so rare to win that. So I don't like to, if a couple thousand people watch this or not, I don't like to give too much of that type of energy. Like, everybody's going to win. You know what I mean? Like, so let's just go ahead and leave that at that. But I do get the sense with this 8 of Swords right here that you've been sort of in a position in your life where you've been stuck. Like, you're not sure. I mean, I feel like it's not even that you're not sure what decision to make. I think it's more like, what the right decision is, but I feel like you maybe have been procrastinating it or that kind of thing because you feel stuck in your life. Like, you feel like you have all these other variables that are standing in the way, that are roadblocks. They can be emotional blockages or restrictions that you're dealing with, mental blockages, or things that are happening to you environmentally, people, even like people around you, like coworkers, bosses, friends, family members. They don't support your vision. They don't support your decisions because you have this 5 of Wands right here. So there is some sort of conflict, I feel, that is blocking this for you. And with this Magician card, it's like you have this power, you have this ability, you have this skill, you have this knowledge to create something and to make something happen. And I feel like you've even been working up towards the confidence here with this Queen of Wands, working up to the assertion to step into this power and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I demand for myself in my life, right? But there does seem to be these blockages around you, and there could literally be like 5 of them, but I mean, it could also be happening to you internally, I feel. And I'm getting this energy, and I know that everybody hates to hear this, unless you are like an avid meditator. Like, most people are just like, yeah, when you tell them maybe it would be good to meditate, so you could really get connected to that inner voice within. And also to, spirit, and to be able to receive messages, because our minds are just filled with so much clutter all the time. Like, we're always thinking about like, what am I going to make for dinner? I got to fold the laundry, I've got to wash the dishes, I've got to go pick this up from the store, soccer practice, homework, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we always have all this chatter going on in our minds, and it makes it very difficult to be able to receive and connect to our intuition, or to really listen to what spirit has to say. And not everybody hears like an audible voice, but it can be song lyrics, it can be just a deep inner knowing, it can be visions, things like that. Everybody has an intuition, everybody has this ability, just not everybody is tuned into it. And so I feel like spirit is telling you that maybe it would be good to meditate, because I feel this need to really get yourself into balance, okay? Because you have the 6 of Pentacles. And I get the sense that also the Six of Pentacles can be about like giving and receiving. I often see it as like the universe is giving you what you need, right? Is giving, and whatever that is for you. Like it could be, you know, it could be monetary, excuse me, but it can also just be the courage, you know, to be able to step forward and make these decisions for yourself, right? Because I feel like here you have this Magician card and this Eight of Pentacles here with this Queen of Pentacles. To me, this tells me that you have an incredible skill. Like you have an incredible talent that, you know, it's time to assert. So if this is about a windfall that is coming in your way, I feel like this could be, you know, there's some sort of skill or talent that you have that could really bring you quite a bit of money, okay? Now, also, I feel like this is about if you have been really working hard towards something in your life, this can be, for me, that your skills and talents are being recognized, okay? When I see the Queen of Pentacles, like, I often think of, you know, your efforts that you have put into, say, your career or even your home life, things like that, that over time make a really good impact. Okay. So say, for instance, it's, you know, the way that you raise your children. It can be with the Queen of Pentacles. It can be something that makes a lasting impact. But it can also mean like in a career setting, you know, something that you've worked really hard towards, the efforts that you put in with this Eight of Pentacles that make a lasting impact in your life, you know, that really put you on this path to being more financially secure, stable, and also having your home life being secure and stable and comfortable, you know, because the Queen of Pentacles is very concerned with things like that, you know, with comfort, right? So over here in your near future, I'm so sorry. I just seem to have like this frog in my throat today, but I just don't understand that saying, but I think that everybody knows what it means. It's like, I guess that's just what it sounds like, but it's such a funny little saying. I don't know, to talk about myself, I guess, but I don't know if anybody else ever like thinks about that. Like the sayings that we just say, like we've just picked up from our parents and friends and communities. And we just really sit there and think about it. Like, what does this actually mean? Where did this come from? Like, who thought of this? But anyway, enough about me. So excuse me with my having to clear my throat today, but anyways, you have the Four of Cups in your near future. Listen, I don't think that this is necessarily about you being rejected in the near future, because you have the Death card in the center of your reading. I don't. And the Ace of Pentacles. To me, this is more like whatever has been holding you back, you know, you staying in your comfort zone. And it's actually funny. I don't know if any of you watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I was like a stan. Like I'm serious. I probably watch it every year and have since I was 17. I just love the show. But but Principal Skinner is, you know, somebody who very much only sees his own perspective. He's a very disgruntled human being, and he just only sees things one way. And there's like this, you know, golden opportunity to really like, you know, save the school and have things go a lot smoother if he would just get off Buffy's back, right? And that's the Ace of Cups. And he's not seeing it. He misses it because he's too focused on his own personal issues and things like that. And so for me, I feel like you could have been way too focused on what's going on in your life, the stressors that you've been dealing with, just everything you've had on your plate, your constant to-do list that just never ends, and all the chatter in your brain. And so because of that, you've been staying in your comfort zone and you haven't really been seeing the way forward, right? But I actually feel like this is coming to an end with this Death card. Like things are actually going to be transforming for you. And the Ace of Pentacles. Now, to take this right here back to this card that we got with your overall theme, there can also be a sadness that you've been experiencing with a loss, okay? And it doesn't, I have to say this, and I understand I just explained to you guys that I had a loved one die, okay? But You know, the death card is literally in the middle of the reading. So, and I really do try to disconnect my energy from these readings. But if you also lost a loved one, maybe there is an inheritance that comes in for you. I do have to say that I don't know if that's necessarily my story, to be really honest with you, but, that could be for somebody, because I noticed the Ace of Pentacles after the death card. But anyway, I feel like you're going to be transforming this yourself to where you see the way out of whatever has not worked out, or whatever, you know, is blocking you, holding you back, whether it's people, arguments around you, just a bunch of roadblocks that you keep running into, red tape, etc., etc. Like if you've been trying to get a new home and you've just been running into all these roadblocks, which I find really great because he's actually shattering all this wood. So I'm getting the sense that it's going to, you know, these blocks are going to break down for you, like Uranus and Jupiter are just going to break these down. They're going to barrel right through with that conjunction, and you'll have these new opportunities that come out of the sky. But the thing about the Four of Cups is that you have to grab it. Like, you have to be willing to make this change and go in this direction, okay? And I think that's why the Death card is here for you, because ultimately, at the end of the day, we can choose to stay in the Eight of Swords energy. We can choose to hold ourselves back. We can choose to try to convince ourselves that there's no way out, when in all reality, there actually is a way out. With the Eight of Swords, it is depicted in the traditional Rider-Waite as the person has a way out, okay? This is the way out of the mind, and the mind is filled with so much chatter and so many worries and fears about the worst case scenarios, and what if this happens, and what if this happens, you know what I mean? And because of that, we can easily stand in our own way and sabotage our own new beginnings or our own success because we're too worried about the worst case scenario, okay? And I feel like, so with the Death card, you have the opportunity to transform it, or you end up in a perpetual cycle of just being miserable, to be honest with you, because that Four of Cups is there. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming here. You have a new opportunity, fresh new beginning coming your way. Like I said, could be home life, could be monetary, but this Throne card right here, position of authority, is telling you to step into your power. I feel like step into your power can mean, you know, really acknowledging your capabilities, you know, really valuing yourself enough to know that you can and will do something. And if you fail, you will pick yourself up and you will try again, or you'll try something new. Like, you have the capacity to continuously transform yourself over and over and over again and rise above like the phoenix, or you keep giving all of your energy over to your blockages and what holds you back in life and just, you know, stay miserable, right? But I feel like the universe is telling you it's time to step into that power, okay? I feel like this is going to be a time that you are going to be widely seen for your value, for what you bring to the table. And I also feel like this is a time where you're going to be blessed. I mean, I really do. So your opportunity here is the Three of Wands, with the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like this is about like any important conversations or, you know, that you may want to have with people. Do not delay on them. Okay. I also think that this means that clarity is going to come for you in terms of what is the right choice to make in your life. And the Three of Wands is the card of ships coming in. It can also be that they're not quite there yet and they're coming in, but you're still kind of waiting, you know? And so that for me often leans to, you know, being in the moment and experiencing the moment and loving the moment and appreciating the moment right now as it is right here. Because if we're constantly waiting on things to get better, they'll never get better. Like, you know, if we're waiting until, you know, more money to come in and then we'll be happy, then whenever we finally get more money, it'll be something else. You know, we'll always be waiting for happiness and tomorrow will never really come. You know, it's all about finding happiness and serenity and peace in the moment right here, right now, and appreciating everything around you, right? And I feel like that's why meditation seems to be so strong coming through in this reading, because you have the Ace of Swords. Now, additionally, this I feel like could be important conversations are coming in to you. Like you could be receiving something in the mail, some sort of correspondence. It could be your email, like some sort of opportunity comes to you. And I'm just getting the sense that it sort of comes out of, comes out of thin air with that Ace of Swords. It comes out of thin air, okay? So where all this is leading you is the Star card, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. And when I see this fifth row right here, for me, this is about if you use this opportunity wisely, this row wisely, and you don't escape from it, and you don't run from it, and you don't, you choose to go the other way, then this could be delayed. It doesn't mean that this is not going to come in. It just means that, to really make this outcome come true for yourself, this opportunity part is going to be very important. Okay. And I actually want to get another, let's see here. That's really interesting. So if you were going on vacation, there could be some sort of conversation that you have that comes in while you're on vacation, or you meet somebody on vacation. I want to get something else here. Look at that. A new job, career, new opportunity that is going to be opening up for you right here. Okay. So I just wanted to go ahead and clarify that to get a little more specific, but it does seem to be that, when the moment comes, when the moment strikes, don't shy away from it. Be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, because there is a conversation that's going to come in that I feel like is really going to change the game for you. Okay. And it also could just be an idea that you have, really taking action on this idea. It could be while you're on vacation, or it could be after a vacation. There's just a lot that comes to you while you're in a period of rest or meditation, okay? Like a mental vacation, that helps you really move forward in a way, in the direction, oh my gosh, my words are not coming to me. Help you move forward in the direction of what this path is for you, okay? With more ease, okay? So anyway, let's move on. So the Star card, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Okay. So to me, this Knight of Cups and this Eight of Cups is like you're moving on from things that are not working for you anymore. You're really shedding in your life, and you're following your heart, okay? Now, this outcome, the Star card, wishes really coming true. You being very stable financially, and really leveling up in your career. This is a position of authority. So this can be actually being promoted to a position of authority. It can also be you stepping into that position of authority, like being the boss in your own life and embracing that energy and stepping up to the plate, like not shying away from things that are uncomfortable for you, and really just, powering through it and saying, I believe in myself. I've totally got this. I believe in myself. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to do this. I've got this. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's go ahead and get you cards on what you should focus on. What should Taurus focus on? You should focus on grace. Interesting. Focus on grace. And look at that, travels. So, this can be obviously physically traveling. But, like I said, it can be just meditating, even astral projecting. You know what I mean? So, okay. Authenticity right there. Okay. Interesting. I'm definitely getting like third eye chakra and throat chakra with this. So again, with like your intuition, and I feel like even just being very assertive, like stepping into your power and saying, this is who I am, this is what I want, and I am going to address it accordingly and show up and say, I'm going to get it, right? Like you have this opportunity to transform your life right now. I have to get something else, guys. I'm sorry. Oh no, we dropped a card. Okay, yeah. See, I got some advice for you. Your advice card is the World and the Four of Pentacles. Again, like leaving something behind, like closing out a cycle in your life of being too worried about worst case scenarios, or, too afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. And that's your advice. It could be it's time to close out that cycle. But again, for some of you, it is actually physically traveling. With this Four of Pentacles, I actually get with this specific energy, it's finding a sense of security within yourself, okay? Because, I mean, the Four of Pentacles can be about holding on to things, or holding back. But I mean, I also feel like, perhaps you've been holding on too tightly to your insecurities, to your fears of stepping outside of the box, stepping outside. And it's interesting that says box, stepping outside of your comfort zone. Like, it's like you've kind of been standing in your own way. And I feel like it's time to move out of the way and let the universe work. Because, honey, to me, I feel like things are really about to just drop in your lap. Like, it seems to be divine timing, all in divine order. And it's just really time to embrace your magic, embrace your power, embrace your ability, and grab this. Like, grab this. I really feel like that's what this is about. I mean, Ace of Pentacles coming out of the sky, conversations, new beginnings. This is about trusting yourself too, and trusting the process. If you are moving into a new career or to a new home, or if you're traveling, like just really trusting the process, like allowing things to unfold and believing in yourself, okay? And that's how you step into your authenticity, right? Your authenticity is telling yourself who I am is truly good. And I deserve good things, right? And to not be worried about rejection and, that kind of thing, right? Because, I mean, confidence is really just, having the courage to do something, even if you are rejected, because that means that you truly believe that even if you are, you'll overcome it. Right? And that's how you really step into your most authentic self, is because that no matter what, you've got it. You can handle this, right? You can handle rejection, and you can still hang on to yourself and still believe in yourself. Or you know that I'm a good person. I've worked really hard in my life. I've really put in a lot of effort for myself, in, overcoming things in my life, whether they're traumas or childhood woundings, whatever. I've given myself a lot of grace. I have just overcome a lot of things in my life. And I know that I have really tried to get where I am today, and I deserve these good things, right? And that's being authentic too. So I'm going to get you one more closing oracle message because it just feels right. Listening. Yeah, I have to get a couple actually. Yeah, Spirit is telling you it's time to just listen. Listen. You have grace and forgiveness, I think that also, and family, that's literally what I was about to say. I think that for those of you who felt deeply rejected by a family member, and you carried it, and you were constantly trying to measure yourself up against what that person thought that, you should be. I feel like there's a need to really forgive this person, because realistically, people who tear other people down are just projecting. They're just projecting the way that they feel about themselves. They're just projecting their past issues, their past traumas, their past wounds with their parents and their grandparents and their communities and, their friends and teachers and whatever. They're projecting that onto you, and that's really just, them needing to work through their own stuff, right? And I feel like there's a need to forgive this person, because I feel like they didn't realize, like they were not consciously aware of how they were impacting you or affecting you. And it could have been long term. And so I feel like there's just a need to let it go and just accept that like they were obviously a hurt person hurting, you know, because hurt people, right? And they were a hurt person hurting you or hurting other people. And I'm not saying that that means just forget the things that they did or said, but it also means like don't carry it. You know, you can let it go because you don't have to measure up to them. You don't have to be what other people want you to be. You don't have to carry it anymore. You can just be your authentic self. You can decide what it looks like to be successful. You can decide what it looks like to be beautiful. You can decide what it looks like to, you know, be a good person. You can decide that, and you can align with that and be your most authentic version of yourself. And anybody who doesn't like it and anybody who doesn't recognize your worth and value, that's about them. It really and truly is. Okay. So I feel like, you know, carry on, sweet friends, and be the best version of yourself this week and allow the universe to bless you because you deserve it. And that's what I have. So I will see you next time. Bye for now.